Okay guys, in the prior video we went over the internals and basic assembly and functionality of OTFs in general, and specifically this really nice looking Horizon Outdoor Tools Punisher. It's been a while since I've seen any of the Punisher movies. I watched the show a while back and I can't recall if this is the style of knife, but I'm assuming it is. So we've got it all assembled now. I like the sort of highlights. You got this unique hardware that I have yet to see on a knife or an OTF for that matter. If you ever lose these little tools that come with it, or you don't like them because they're kind of short, you don't want to use that side crank with like a rod or something, a jeweler's flathead would be fine to unscrew the knife. Again, as I always say, keep them finger tight. Don't resist the urge to really crank down, because these things are a little finicky. If you get them too tight, it can compress this shuttle in the middle and make it very difficult to fire the blade. Same goes for the trigger. Finger tight. You can adjust it a little bit, and surprisingly, up and down, just a fraction will give you a very loose fire down to extremely hard fire just from the trigger. So it gives you a lot of flexibility with a minor adjustment. You get two of these with the knife as well, so I keep them all in this handy little tray here I got from Harbor Freight. You can get these from Ace, really from any hardware store, from Amazon. It costs $2 or $3. Okay, let's get ourselves a weight here. This knife is a little bit light, so I'm guessing it's going to come in under 4 ounces, but let's take a look. It's at 3.52 ounces. So on the lighter side of OTFs, definitely about an ounce lighter than a combat Truden. Some of your cheaper knives, even some that are being sold at gun shows and stuff like that, that are American branded but Chinese built, your first giveaway is a rubberized coating. To me, that's not a plus. They usually put that on zinc. Zinc alloy is excessively heavy, so the first thing I look for on an OTF obviously is the blade material, but then handle material. If you see anything that says zinc, it's probably going to weigh 11, 12, sometimes 13 ounces, almost a pound. You imagine carrying that thing around in your pocket, it's not going to be fun. You know, it's just makes for a goofy knife, and a lot of times they use really cheap steel. And also pay attention for anyone that's claiming American assembled. You can ask them, okay, it's American assembled, but where were the parts made? So on and so forth. It's just deceptive, and it bothers me because they'll charge $200, $300, $400 for a knife that is all $30 on DHgate. Okay, now we're gonna fire the blade and get a blade measurement. My little tape measure here. So I'll show you the action a couple times too. It's probably the main reason why you watch these videos. And there it is. You see all these OTFs have a tiny bit of blade play. This one is pretty fantastic. I mean, there's almost no motion at all. Some of the cheap ones will even give you some up and down, which is, when you're using it, again, it's not gonna like just collapse or anything, but it makes you lose some confidence in the tool you're using when it's kind of compressing back into the handle and it's wobbling back and forth. To me, it's just off-putting. Let's take a closer look at this blade here. Let's see if I can get my camera to focus a little bit better on it. I apologize for that if I can't. I kicked down my resolution because these uploads were taking so long. So you see, it's really nice machine work. Nice stone washing. It's got a wicked edge on it. This thing is shaving sharp right out of the box, by the way, so no need to sharpen it. To see a knife under 200 with M390 is almost unheard of. To see an OTF under 200 with M390 it basically is unheard of. This is $600-700, at least 500 for any American branded knife with an M390 blade. And if you're not familiar with M390, maybe you've heard of Elmax. If you haven't heard of either, they're both super steels from Bowler. Essentially, they're the best on the market for edge retention and for sharpness. So basically, a lot of times you could have a really fine edge, but the blade would dull quickly, or you could have sort of a dull edge, but the blade would hold forever. The edge would hold forever. These things are a combination of all the best attributes. You can hold a wicked sharp edge that doesn't dull, very thin, and they're immediately associated with expensive knives. A couple of your others like S35 VN, S30 VN, that's the kind of stuff you want to look for when you're buying these. Nothing with 235, etc., etc., etc. CPM 30. You start researching steels a little bit, and you'll see that there's maybe 5 types that the knife makers use. Cheaper ones you'll always see, if you see an MOV in the description of the blade. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but it indicates a lower quality steel. So, there's another look at the blade, back at the handle. Pocket clip is really nice. Haven't seen one like this yet. It's the only knife I've seen that's got this raised portion for the belt, which is super handy. You've got this thing, say, riding on your belt in the inside of your waistband or something. It'll sit on the belt with this gap really well instead of sort of compressing into your side. Alright, so let me have one last go over here, guys. And I got sidetracked. I said I was going to give you blade length. Let me go ahead and do that. So we are right about 3.5 inches to the end of the cutting edge there. So right in the range of like an Ultratech, a nice mid-sized OTF, easy carry, comfortable knife. I'll fire it a couple more times for you. So again, down and back out. If you have difficulty pushing these up and down, it's not a matter of wrist strength necessarily, it's just a matter of how you apply the pressure. Don't try to push with the base of your thumb and retract with the base of your thumb. You want to use the very tip and push up from the wrist. Takes a little practice, but trust me, I've had men, women much larger than me, much smaller than me, and almost universally the first time they get one of these, they're like, I can't open it, or I can open it but I need 2 thumbs to retract it. And just practice a little bit, you'll get it eventually. This one, like I said, easily reduced the tension by unthreading this thumb screw a little bit. But one last time, guys, this is the Horizon Outdoor Tools Punisher OTF knife, M390, aluminum handle. It's all CNC. You can pick these up on dhgate.com. It's the only place I've seen them. They're made by Andy. So the easiest way to navigate DHgate that I've found is to search for the knife that you're looking for. So type in, Punisher knife. Once you find it, Andy, the seller, is the only person providing this specific knife. You can go in, obviously purchase the knife. I believe it's $179, which is a fantastic price, by the way. You go in and purchase the knife, but also favorite the store, and that way you don't have to re-navigate back and so on and so forth. But sorry to drag on so much, guys, but this one really excites me. Thumbs up if you like it. Again, the Horizon Outdoor Tools Punisher knife. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope this was helpful.